Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though. Welcome back to the home of original sports perspective. From our couch to yours, this is your host, your Couch Rider Raven Jermaine Lockett. What's happening? Hey, thanks for coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. And I mean, so you know when I'm pushing this stuff out. Like I said, sometimes I'll just have a random thought and I'll push it out. And I'll be like, hey, remember when I was deployed and I just popped on a show at random? Yeah, that happened. Just make sure you subscribe and smack the bell because, you know, if I'm pushing out content, you want to be informed. If I'm starting my shows, you want to be one of the people that pop in first because look, we already got people popping in, and Jose is number one. He says, if you're not first, you're last. What up, everyone? For the moms in here in the Ravens flock, happy Mother's Day. Yes, happy belated Mother's Day. I hope your Mother's Day was special. I hope your week was great because I wasn't here on Wednesday. And I'm sorry that was part of the birthday wishes / Mother's Day wishes of the missus. So, you know, the franchise asked, you know, hey, can you skip the show? I skips the show. Good times. All right. And I think we have somebody here early. It's great. I think Kam Ru is in the building already. Stuff in his face. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, the myth. My man. What's good?
What's happening, brother?
Chilling.
What's going on with you?
And I'm saying what's up to the people in the room here. After having one heck of a day, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just been like, yeah, whatever could go wrong, went wrong today.
I hear you.
Let's see here. Delicious says, what's up, Germ, Cam, and Couch Rider Chat. Germ. Lord. All right. And then Stream Elements is saying what's up because I got a bot in here working the stream. Good times. Yeah, if you are looking to support the channel in any type of way, of course, you can do it through our super stream or super chat that we got there, or we have the Cash App that you can donate over here. All proceeds apparently will now go to my son's Dungeons and Dragons character because that is what he is into now because his parents have picked up a bad habit.
You see the movie?
No, I hadn't seen it yet. We were planning on watching it together.
Oh, okay.
But I am hooked into it now because I have a draconic bloodline human sorcerer, and I mean I'm a beast with it. Just saying. Anyway, but Cameron has designed this character, and we are going to hook him up with was it like a Hero Forge design character? Apparently, he's already done designing his character. I just picked mine up at the shop. I was like, yeah, let me get that one. But he has designed his own character. They're going to 3D print it, and then he'll be able to use that whenever he plays with us. If he ever wants to sit down and play with us a game or something like that. But we play with some other grown-ups that are totally nerding it out with us. Good times. But that was a good part of this weekend. The bad part was somebody in this household who might own a car.
You froze on me. What happened?
I said somebody in this household who might own a car may have backed into my vehicle on the way out of the driveway.
How that happen?
I'm out there mowing the grass and riding around having a good time on riding lawnmower. And somebody backs into my car.
Lucky it's Mother's Day.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's just right here.
Lucky it's Mother's Day. That's what I'm saying.
Why? So
what's up, Lisa? Happy Mother's Day if you're a mom.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day out there, y'all. We appreciate you. Y'all do a lot. And so that's why I couldn't be too mad because she does so many other wonderful things for our home. I appreciate it. But it was definitely, part of my soul just walked off. You know, and she's
Or
like, "Oh, it's fixable. It's fixable." Da, 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 da. Like, I don't want to hear it. I just want to go. Let me mow my grass. Just leave me be. And then to top that off, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go help somebody. Right? I'm gonna go help them by mowing their grass because this girl's husband he's gone for a year.
Mm.
So ain't nobody out there to mow her grass. I go over there and my lawnmower, the push one that I was going to use to blow that because I shoved it in the back of the car and rode over there. The wheel falls off. It falls off. It falls the blank off, spinning me into a full-on motor ticked off. I hadn't seen in a minute. I'm just like, why is this wheel plastic? Who sells a lawnmower with plastic wheels? And I swear, if I knew the name of that lawnmower, I would put them on blast on the show tonight.
you don't care about your Celtics, Jose?
Yeah. Nobody cares about your Celtics. No, not at all. I'm talking about the daggone lawnmower. Anyway, so I
I
basically
don't care about your Celtics, Jose.
I got through like a quarter of the yard, the front yard for this lady, and I just kind of had to go away because I didn't have any. I didn't have my other lawnmower with me to be able to switch the wheel out. So I had to just take this 3-wheel thing home, and so I didn't get that done. So that's been my day, bro. How about you? How was yours?
It's been pretty light. I mean, my day has been pretty light. Glad the missus had a wonderful. Well, she had a wonderful birthday and Mother's Day, but
Yes, you did.
she didn't
Look,
show it back.
I'm talking about we went all out, man. I mowed the grass back then, last week, and I put these huge signs all over the yard. It's like, hey, happy birthday. It was all on the hill. So when she went to go back out, when she was looking at what she was doing normally, she was able to back out and see the happy birthday sign. And I think, she was just like overwhelmed with joy. Huh?
That's what distracted her to bump your car.
No. That was today. She backed out looking at a weed.
Oh,
She was looking at a weed, thinking about pulling it while she was backing out, and then crunch right into the back of my daggone car. Yeah. So anyway, well, she backed out on her birthday. She backed out, was able to just back out and see it on the hill. We had a levee, and it was "Happy Birthday" in big letters on the hill. So the entire neighborhood is cheering for her as she backs out of the driveway because they don't know whose birthday it is. They're just like, "Happy birthday!"
that's all right. Hey,
And I got her huge balloons. It was like she didn't want cake, so I got her this big old balloon that looked like layers of cake that was stood up to about yay high if I'm standing up. You know what I mean? So did that. Sent her some crumble cookies. I don't know if y'all had crumble cookies, but these cookies are amazing. And apparently, you don't want to order a dozen because they just are huge. And so good times. So then there was that, and then I got her books. She loves books, so I get her a ton of books. I got her own D&D action figure so that she could have that to play with when we go to our battles or whatever. So she had a pretty good Mother's Day and a pretty good birthday, and I appreciate y'all being patient and letting me have that time to spend with her. So much love. All right, so let's see who's here, man. We got Delicious, we got Lisa, we got Jose, we got Nana. What's happening, Nana?
Nana Rave, happy Mother's Day if y'all are mothers. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy belated Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Like y'all do some amazing things. I mentioned this in church the other day. I was like, look, y'all have wisdom, you have strength, you have empathy. But of all those things, that you have, those different talents, the love that you share with your children as you continue to serve them and grow them, as you continue to grow your husbands, there's a lot that goes into being a mom. And so we appreciate all the mothers out there in the world. All right, so let's see. Let's go into says Delicious says, no, Jose said Delicious, my bad, bro. At least we Raven fans together, okay? And then I don't know what they're talking about. Anywho, let's see.
About the Celtics in Philly. I'm a Lakers fan, so it don't even matter right now.
I just glad that I'm glad the Splash Brothers is out. I'm sorry. I feel a certain way about the Splash Brothers and never like Golden State. I just thought they was always thinking they was perfect, and then they get KD, and it was just annoying after that. And I was like, oh, I can't stand these people.
I don't know. That's probably other than Trayvon, other than Green, I think they probably the most humblest winners I've seen.
Green, that's probably the whole reason I can't stand him because Green was like that,
Splash, brother.
Green was just annoying.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't think anybody else is like. That's probably the most humblest team I've seen.
I don't know.
I mean,
But you see like Curry over there getting his skip on when he hit them threes, and
also get busy. Like you gotta show a little something when you out there.
I don't know, bro. I guess I always been a LeBron fan, so that's kind of where it comes from.
LeBron, sure, he do his numbers when he when he do his thing. But I mean, I'm talking about off the court. They don't.
Oh yeah, they don't do anything crazy out the court. I mean, it's just like, okay, this is this team that is just a full-on beast mode type team, and it's usually the Curry band versus the LeBron band. I'm Team Dark Skin, baby. I'm Team Dark Skin. Look at you. It's Team Dark Skin versus Team Light Skin, baby. What you want me to say?
Like that, you upset with Green. You can't be. You don't know if you Team Dark Skin or Team Light Skin.
Yes, Green is definitely on the dark over there, but yeah, LeBron is dark skin. You know what I'm saying?
Look, y'all. He Team Dark Skin, but his children are yellow.
I mean, he might need to ask some questions about that. I'm just saying. Oh man! All right, so we're supposed to be going into this motivational moment.
Let's go.
All right. I kind of didn't have one, but as soon as I saw this from Jose in the beginning, it just let me hit a motivational point to jump with already. So it says, if you're not first, you're last. All right. So go back to 2011 with Joe Flacco in the offseason. I think Joe made a comment on a radio station, and he said, I feel like I'm one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Or he said, I'm the best in the game or something like that. Something along the lines where he made a comment that set the world on fire. And everybody was like, I can't believe he just said that. Well, Jose's comment here says, if you're not first, you're last. We don't wake up every morning trying to be mediocre. If you're waking up every morning trying to be mediocre, that's on you. I mean, but when we wake up in the morning, we want to wake up for greatness. We want to wake up and try to be the best person that we can be. Or at least, give it our best shot at what we can be. If somebody asks about it, I'm trying to be the best person that I can be. I'm trying to be first in my life, other than my savior and my family and stuff. But I'm trying to put myself in a level as far as confidence that I am number one to me. So if you're not first in your own life, if you're not prioritizing your health, your mind, your body, along those lines, and just your overall happiness to be first in your life, then you need to reevaluate. So if you're not first, you're definitely last on your priority list. What do they say on the airplane? When the oxygen masks come down, you need to put yours on first. Because you can't just sit here, hey, I got you, fam. I got you. That'd be out cold. You want to take care of you. Make sure you're doing the things to take care of your mind, take care of your body. Put yourself first so that you can take care of others after you have taken care of yourself. That is your motivational moment for today.
So basically, if you don't love you, who the heck gonna love you?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
I ain't gonna love you.
You get a little love here, but I mean, you still gotta love you. Imagine like, okay, let's say we out in the ocean, right? You know what I'm saying? I got enough love for me to swim for about, a couple of hours or like that. But if you hold on to just me and my skills and my talents, my love for myself, I'm eventually have to push you off because I need to survive, and I'm not going to tread water with you on my back for 2 hours.
You talking about drowning folks?
You got to love you enough to swim on your own.
Entirely too far, drowning folks.
I'm just saying, it comes to the point where it's survival, survival of the fittest, and you got to love you, you got to love you in that ocean enough to say, you know what, I'm not going to just let this person drown me after about 45 minutes of them on my back.
You ain't gonna do the Titanic for the wife, huh?
Look, Leo got to drown. Leo got to go down. What type of love we got?
Yo, no.
Like ain't enough space here on this daggone on this door.
We already know what's going on. His wife gets stuck in the water.
No.
Listen, baby. It's either you.
You remember that thing you did to the car? No.
It's either you or me, girl.
Oh my gosh.
Me.
All right, so we are going into the topics today. I did not type them out, so you got to give me just a second. Before we get there, though, I think we're at like 1,187. But let me check the count officially on that. We might have got 188. Oh, we're at 1,189. We getting there. We getting there. All right, so we've gone through our motivational moment. Let's jump into.
Stop postponing it on y'all.
It ain't my fault, man. I had to
Keep getting requests from the upper management. We gonna be up.
I'm telling you, upper management, man, they don't look at ratings. They just like, what, we got this going on with the kids. I gotta yell at this dog. I did this. Family just sometimes mess with the ratings.
Oh man.
Anywho, but let's I appreciate y'all. We're gonna keep building and I'll try to stay more consistent, because I don't have any more holidays for family until July the 11th. I might be out of town, but I will still get down on the show. The background looking different because I'll be in Louisiana the first week of June. Let's see. So we are talking about the Baltimore Ravens, and y'all saw it. Y'all saw the title. Hey, it looks good on paper. It does. It look good. It looks great. I mean, did we get better? Did we get worse? Let's start on the offense. Did we get better? What are your thoughts on the offense as far as us getting better?
I think we showed up for right now. We showed up all the spots. Excuse me. I don't think Brooke in
the building.
Brooke, right now. Get your clock going. Let's go. You're 17 minutes behind. Get the clock started. All right, no.
Oh, she here. Hey, Brooke.
I think right now, Wilbur in the building. What you want?
Oh Lord, here you go. Y'all brace yourselves, please. Strap in. We are about to see some shade about the Ravens. I ain't even ready yet, but y'all, we'll read it together. Lamar got that big contract so he can buy more tissues to cry about how good Cleveland's D-line has gotten.
Okay.
Look, fam. I mean, we already hurt, and I knew you was coming because y'all got our guy. And obviously his agent finally agreed to a deal and didn't renege on it. Just saying.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna look. I'm happy. Now I'm not happy. See, why am I lying? Anyway, offensively, I think that right now I think we showed up everything. I'm not gonna give him a grade as far as what I think because I haven't seen anything as far as paper wise. But I don't think this is the first time ever that I actually think that we need to do more work on the defense than we need to do on the offense at this very particular time.
That's an absolute fact. So I'll go with the offense. I'll say, okay, offensively, I mean, we see it. Y'all saw the major additions. We got Aguilar. I mean, that's it. We good. I'm kidding. Y'all already know what we got. We went and got OBJ, and I think if he uses both hands during the games, because in the practice all we keep seeing is him, just ignoring his left hand. It's kind of getting annoying. It's like he just do not like the left hand at all. He's just like, I got this. Got one hand.
You LSU fan. You know he's been doing that since college.
I know. I'm just like, dude, catch both hands, because as soon as he get hit by a linebacker, come across that middle. He's sitting here trying to be all fancy. I got this one handed. They're gonna steal his soul, and it's just gonna pop out. It's gonna pop out, bro.
Crazy. Come on.
Okay. And then of course, we got Zay. I mean, just seeing the twitch on the guy, seeing his training videos, I am extremely excited. About as excited, and I'll be honest, I put it in comparison, the same amount of excitement as I was about Rashad Bateman when we drafted Rashad. Zay is faster, but at the same time, it was just the same level of excitement, like, oh my goodness, what are we going to do with this offense now type stuff. Because offensively, as far as the outside weapons, we did get better. And then if we went from the 32nd ranked wide receiver core in the league, according to PFF, you know how they are with their rankings. They're pretty much that crap. But, I paid attention to this one, just want to see what it would look like. They went from the worst ranked wide receiver core in the league, and now that's the Tennessee Titans, to the best, excuse me, to the 17th rank in the league, according to PFF. So, I mean, that's something, right? We really didn't do, but we did
Yeah,
those 3 moves in the off season.
they don't move no needle for me. PFF, I don't care about PFF. Like I'm just worried about us as far as in general. Like like I said, I think that defensively we got more holes to fill than we have to do on the offense. Everything has to just they got to. If everybody's healthy, and I'm just speaking, everybody healthy, we a problem. If everybody's healthy, I think
Mhm.
we the top 5 in the AFC. If
I
every,
think there was another key addition to help this offense out, and it's the guy. Of course, you know how I am with pronouncing names. Whatever, it's Malisala Amave Laulu. Uh, let's just call him Mal. We're gonna call him Mal from here on out. Either Mal or or M-A, just MAL. That's his initials. MAL, Mal. All right, so Mal is 6'6", 330 pounds. He was a Pac-12 honorable mention. This guy had a bunch of snaps in college, like tons of college experience. And then, I mean, he was part of the top 5 ranked. Excuse me, no, he led the nation in sacks allowed as far as the offensive line. They only allowed like 5 sacks on the whole season. So I mean, we're getting a guy who has experience. He has some experience at guard, but a majority of his experience is at tackle. If they get him to move inside, that could help solve that left guard problem, and we could look really, really solid on that offensive line, giving Lamar a little bit more time to throw the ball.
I don't think that's going to take some time. I mean, but he could do it, but he's never. I think he's only really played on the right side most of the time, guard and tackle. On
Mm-hmm.
taken, but I mean, Ben Cleveland came in with allowing no. He was all SEC. He didn't allow. He only allowed one sack like his all 4 of his years. So it's just a matter of opportunity. You know, what I mean, getting the opportunity to play. Somebody got to get. Kevin not gonna play on the left, so somebody got to play on the left. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but
I took some bills here. They are talking about something here. Delicious says we're gonna call him Salah, Big Salah.
yeah, Big Salah. That's what he said to call him.
All right, cool, Big Salah. Let's work with that. All
Yeah.
right, Lisa is saying, Stephen A, what do you have to say for yourself, pal?
As far as what happened,
I don't know.
he said because I missed it.
I
What he
missed it too. I don't even. I know we ain't got no Stephen A here, and I mean my forehead line, my hairline ain't back here yet. You know, it's getting there. But let's see. Nana says, Lisa, correction prayerfully. We'll get on that field like A+ team because we're going to need all the admire we have out there.
doing now?
Admirers.
I ain't nothing. You
Okay.
hear me?
Well,
We don't hear you.
who don't hear me? You don't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Why you can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
You can hear me just fine. You responded just fine.
Yeah, I can read lips, but I couldn't hear you. I can't hear you.
Oh,
I
I'm
can't,
getting something coming
so,
off the mic here.
I ain't blind now. Thank God.
All right, cool. Let me fix this right quick. Something wrong with my Yeti, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the default.
I don't know. I don't know why it sounds like I'm screaming. Sorry.
All right, how about now?
I can hear you, but
All right, so it's much better.
I got screaming. Brooke
So
said,
Cam is screaming, apparently.
"Yeah, I don't know what's going on."
Lisa said he hates the Ravens. Oh, you talking about? Must be talking about Will.
Oh yeah, you talking about Stephen A? Of course he hates the Ravens. He's still a fan.
Oh yeah.
Man, Lisa.
Yeah,
But
I mean, you can't necessarily let Stephen A's analysis because I mean, many people have called him on his analysis multiple times about how wrong it is. He goes very one-sided, especially the second somebody loses. He likes kicking when they down. When Lamar lost that first playoff game, they
okay, I
came
hear
out to his soul.
the phone. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Went in and out for some reason. I can hear
Yeah,
you.
so it's just like they came out to Lamar's soul, or especially Stephen A. after that first playoff loss, and then he had the nerve to invite Lamar on the show, and then try to bring up some of the comments that he made about the first playoff loss. And Lamar was like, hey, next season we're going to see. And, every time that something bad happens to Lamar, he's the first guy coming out with all the smoke. But when Lamar is great, he don't want to give him his flowers. Anyway, moving on to Adit. Adit says, what's good? Oh, first of all, what's up? Thanks for coming. It says something to consider about Zay. Ravens' new wide receiver coach and Keith work with Tyreek. Zay isn't Tyreek, but we do have a couple of coaches that have worked with guys of somewhat similar profile. It is nice to know that we have really good wide receiver coaches, and they're not only working out on these stars, they're working out on the guys that both Kam Ru and I love. That's Wallace. And, of course, the guy who we probably won't mention because we'll probably spend about 20 minutes roasting him, or y'all will anyway. So that's just what y'all do.
Listen, our wide receiver corps are getting an opportunity this year to actually display what they've been drafted for. So let's cross our fingers for that, because they really haven't gotten the opportunity to do anything really that was worth it, as far as like route running, even with Bashard. Bashard, if you look at all the big plays that he had, like other than the slant, everything is more like it's been more like background, like like playing like playing backyard football, because really everything had to just be, it wasn't precise routes or anything like that, because he didn't have to, because of what was going on with Lamar and the play scheme. So hopefully this upcoming season is what we need. But I mean, some people say, Reg, what you say about Zay is AB. Some people say AB. Some people say Steve Smith. Obviously, Steve Smith see a lot of himself in Zay, so I don't know. I see a little bit of. I see a little bit of AB and Steve Smith in Zay. Zay's a little different, and I see a little bit of Tariq Hill as far as like what's going on. as far as the way he stops and starts, his stop and start is like ridiculous. Like Tariq's, not saying he's as fast as Tariq, obviously, but that stop and start ability is ridiculous. But go ahead, bro. We get all. This is what
schematics are dry and need chapstick. They need also elementary stuff.
Oh, Pee Wee.
So I mean, we've gone through a few offense coordinators, and it seems like once they leave us, they seem to do a little bit better. Kubiak, what happened after he left us?
He was doing good when he was here. What you talking about, man?
Yeah, he did pretty good here, but then he goes and then he just elevates it to the next level. Cam Cameron, what did he do with LSU? I think they went and got it. They went and they did pretty well with Cam Cameron.
I didn't get no ring when he was there.
I don't think he got one there, but he did elevate the LSU offense.
Well, he's coming from the pro level to college, to collegiate. He should, do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, we're hoping that. I mean, we're hoping what we got is going to be great. We're wishing those guys best of luck. But I am noticing a trend when it comes to those offense coordinators. They get coaching jobs. They tend to elevate their offense. One won a Super Bowl. And then they go back to college and they fine tune their craft. So hopefully this is a situation where Roman goes off somewhere and fine tunes his craft.
I don't want to include Kubiak, because Kubiak was already a head coach before he got here. Then he just went back to where he won 2 Super Bowls. He was at Denver when he won 2 Super Bowls. That's what got him a head coaching job at Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Then left Houston, came our coordinator.
Yeah.
Then after that happened, John called him and said, "Yo, we need you right now." He went back there, won the Super Bowl. So I don't know, bro. I can't.
But he ain't win one of that. We ain't win one of us,
Kobe had his own thing, but we didn't have all the pieces he needed yet.
Yeah, and I mean at the same time, Joe. I think it was for one time he threw over 4,000 yards.
That was his best year. best year.
Best year, but also the scheme was so one-sided. I mean, you got Joe throwing 40 daggone times a game
What
with Kubiak. The ground game wasn't balanced. We didn't have a solid running back, but at the same time, like they were also switching from the schemes.
What you talking about? Justin Forsett was a Pro Bowl running back that year.
He was a Pro Bowl running back.
Yeah, he went over 1,000. Check
that
shit. Somebody get this man. Reg, with us
right now, man. My phone about to die, but I'm gonna check anyway.
So let's get the slaps out for him. Jose, get the slaps out for him. Brooke, get the slaps out for him.
Here we go.
Slap him.
Kubiak and Caldwell were the it thing. Monken is a passing schematics guru. All right, Big Red says our wide receiver room has a ton of potential, but as right now they're still in the bottom 15 in the league. Yeah, he did go off. He did. It was nice. Was it consistent though? Was it consistent?
Was it consistent? He was.
Is he in the ring? Is he in the ring of fame with us? No.
He only had 1 year with us. He only had 2 years.
But why is that though?
He wasn't even doing nothing. He was just a third down back every place else. He never got the opportunity until he got here.
And then what happened after that?
After that, I think he had an injury, and that was it. That was
man, we was just running through backs like crazy.
Huh?
I said we just running through backs. We just could not get that consistent do, you know.
Wasn't getting no consistency because after Ray Rice got done what got done to him, we had the bad jinx on us. We had all bad juju for like so many
left hook too. It was like, dang.
After that happened, we had bad juju on us for the longest. So, but Forsett he went off that year. The year that Kubiak was here, he went off. And he was here 1 more year. Then he got injured. He broke his arm the following year. That's when we had all those injuries. So, you can't say what happened to him then. Like we just cool.
Yeah, just like I feel like if we was committed to him as if he was that dude, they would have probably tried to extend this guy, right?
Who?
Forsett.
He did get extended. He broke his arm.
Yeah, and that's just like it's just like, all right, we can't commit to this dude,
Oh man, what are you talking about? He had a 2-year deal. He broke his arm, bro. What you want from the man? He broke his arm.
I want to break his arm. Run with it, man. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So he did have a decent year in 14, and that was a Pro Bowl year. 1,266 yards, which is more than decent. It's really good. And then the next year, 641 yards. And that was through 10 games. So, I mean, he was averaging 4.2 yards per carry. So that's pretty hot. I mean, your average running back is probably doing about 3.5. But these guys are like if you go above 4, you good. You're pretty solid. And throughout his career, I mean, this guy was actually 4.7 yards per carry. So it's like
he wasn't getting a lot of opportunities because he's not a big back. He was a small back, and he was the third down back. He even came here as the third down back. He didn't come here as a starter. He wound up being a starter that year because of what happened with Ray.
Who was the guy, Pierce?
Who?
You remember Pierce? The guy, he was in Harbaugh's doghouse.
Because he was smoking weed.
He fumbled once. And
smoking weed.
Harbaugh put him in the first game. I was like, oh man.
He was a weed head. He couldn't stop smoking. That's not the reason. He wasn't in the doghouse because he fumbled at one time. He was in the doghouse because he couldn't stop. He couldn't put down the trees. That's what.
You sure that wasn't Williams?
That's before all of this was like now, where it's like it's okay. Now back then, that's almost 10 years ago. They wasn't allowing weed. They've been fighting for weed to be okay for football players and everybody sports. Has to smoke. Like for the longest.
I don't think it was the weed, bro. It was like right after the first. So they gave him one play, right? Dude fumbles. He snaps the rest of the game. It was like 3 or 4 weeks in a row. I was like, dang. And it wasn't. He would have got suspended if he went for the weed, right? But he wasn't on no weed.
No, he got suspended. He was in the doghouse. First he was smoking weed. Then he's in the doghouse because of that. He did lose out on a couple of games, and then after that, his career was over. He didn't go no place else because he couldn't stop smoking. He was smoking weed.
He went to Jacksonville.
Huh?
He went to Jacksonville after us.
Well, yeah, he was smoking weed, bro.
Hmm.
He had a weed problem.
I mean, so did Jamal, but Jamal, like, he worked it out.
Y'all reaching. Why y'all reaching so much? Jamal was different.
Anyway, so we're back to offense and being better. So, of course, we already mentioned we got the new offensive coordinator. So that's definitely, us getting better. We got wide receiver coaches who are going to be able to have more of that autonomy when it comes to the development of those receivers. And I have a feeling they're going to have a little bit more say in how this offensive scheme comes out, as Monken is very versatile. And I'm pretty sure he's open to being able to change the offense in a way that benefits the Lamar and the benefits the wide receivers. And then, like I say, he just got that experience between Georgia, Cleveland, Tampa Bay, and having multiple different versatile sets. Big boy wide receivers, garbage quarterback. He's just been on it. No matter what he's been given, he's been able to make something with it. Let's see. Brooke's still out here firing shots. Still drop her elbow.
Yeah, go ahead. What you gotta say about the defense, though?
I got one more. So, of course, the most important thing that makes the offense better is the fact that we don't have Anthony Brown at the top of our depth chart anymore for starting quarterback. Having Lamar locked up long term definitely makes this team better than it was 2 weeks ago, because there was a lot of ambiguity out there and everybody was on the headline. I felt like I said, I felt like Thanos after he destroyed half the world. Like, we were just able to sit down and rest and see, like, all right, the mission is accomplished. All right. So anyway, moving over to the defense. Did we get better?
Yeah, I think we got better on both sides. I just think that if we're gonna go offense versus defense, I think that right now I feel more comfortable and satisfied with what we have on offense than I do what we have on defense. I think we obviously quarterback, the backs are good. Even the undrafted back that Edis, what's his name? Keaton? I can't remember his name.
Who, Caillou?
No, I'm talking about offensively. Like if
Offense. Oh, you talking about Sal?
Huh? No, I'm not talking about Sal. You talking about Sal?
What are you talking about?
Running backs. I said if we're gonna go offense versus defense, I think that we've covered everything. We solidified all those positions.
Oh yeah, you talking about Mitchell Keaton? Oh yeah.
Yeah, even like undrafted wise, I think we have pieces in every spot to where, just in case God forbid somebody get injured, or just like they got to compete for the left guard spot. I think all those spots are covered. Defensively, I'm still worried about. I'm worried about the pass rush, but I'm not worried about the pass rush. I think I'm more worried about, because there's so many receivers. Everybody got like 3 good receivers right now. Cleveland, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Everybody got three tough receivers. I don't know who's gonna step up as far as defensive, defensively, as far as corner is concerned, because I don't think Rocky Sin is the answer. I think he's either going to be the second. I mean, he could be the second corner, but I think we need that rotation. So I think somebody else, either we going to sign another corner, or somebody in the secondary that's going to help, or we going to or we do have that much trust in as far as like what we have. I mean, I do like the 2 corners that we drafted last year, and I like Caillou Lou, but I don't know right now. I think that's where we have the most holes as far as like what we're going to do as far as with the secondary is concerned.
Yeah, I think other side of Marlowe is a major issue.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest concern. Even with the pass rush, I think I think he might have unlocked. Like, I think he might have found it. Those last 3 games, he was getting there, and then the last 3 games it just started happening when he played Cincinnati. So maybe
I just want to see Ojabo go absolutely bonkers this season, man.
I would like to see both of them go bonkers. To be honest with you, I like to see 3 of them.
Oh wait, we can definitely see the potential there. We can see the speed that he's getting to the quarterback. Whatever, we know where we're getting with Oway. If he's getting full-time reps, I think him on the other side with Ojabo is just going to be that beast bookend combination, and they're going to be racing to the quarterback. I can't wait to see it. But Ojabo, I just want to see more of. We've seen what Owe can do, like when he played against the Chiefs. That was last season. Like, we know what this guy can do.
Yeah, I just wanted to be consistent. I think this is the year to be consistent for him. I mean, it didn't really happen for Tyus Bowser into his third season, so I'm looking for Owe. I think he found something though. I really think he started. I don't know. Maybe he started just. He was just playing different those last two Cincinnati games. Maybe that just opened up the door for him, especially with the fact that you get the chance to play with your brother, which is your best friend. You get the chance to play with him, even though David didn't play all season. And he played, the playoff game and in the last game of the season. But yeah, I agree with you, Reg. You got to let him play. But my biggest thing is the interior. Like somebody gotta. We see what happens there. I just want to see the pass rush happen, and I want to see the corners. Who's going to step up? Who's going to be the other corner? I mean, we're not going to sign anybody else in the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see, as far as outside, I think that Pepe is going. Obviously, I think he's going to get some more run, but I really still think there got to be a 3-man rotation. Back when we had Peters and I can't think of his name. Young. That's one man that kept getting hurt.
Tavon?
Yeah, we had Tavon in the slot. I just think we better when we had that rotation, man. We had the 3-4-man rotation at corner because it's just like receivers. You keeping them fresh, but you just got them in on certain downs. You real good. You know where everybody's good in that back end. So that's my main concern. But I think that we got a young, even though it's a lot of groceries on the defense, I think we still got a young defense. A very young defense.
I just want to see a full-on battle between Caillou and Rocky Sin. Like, I cannot wait till camp to see which one of those are going to thrive. Yes, the nickel is going to be a good competition to see as well because we got a lot of guys there, but who's going to be that guy? And I feel like it's not going to be Seymour. I already know that. Like, just know that in my soul that Seymour is not. No, it's not happening.
Special teams. They ain't. That's the only reason they signed him. You keep bringing him. He got nothing. He's not even. He last on the depth chart as far as we come. It's just he's there for special teams. We got to worry about Pepe, JAD, and Caillou Blue. Those are the.
I just want to see Caillou on the outside, man.
Huh?
I said I want to see Caillou on the outside. I mean, he's 6'1".
Yeah. So
he's 186.
So is Armand Davis. Armand Davis is what 6'2", 6'1".
Yeah.
Both of them. Well, Armand Davis is faster. If he stay healthy and he learned the system, hopefully he learned it. He's a smart dude. But, he's a great defensive end corner. So we're gonna see if it can translate from Alabama to here. See what happens.
Yeah. I just think that this Stanford guy like Caillou got something about him. I mean, Harbaugh likes him because he's like super athletic. He's already impressed on his rookie in the rookie camps already. I can't wait to see what he's got to offer. But I don't know. I feel like if one of the coaches has been raving about him for year after year before they even get him on the phone to tell him he's drafted, I think there's something there that this coach is seeing that maybe we're not seeing fully.
I mean, I'm just looking at what's there. Like they said that if Pepe and Davis were in the draft, they would have been drafted at the same spot. So Caillou would have been still a 5th rounder, and they would have still drafted Pepe and Davis before him. That just tells me like there's 3 good corners. They could be. I don't care where they drafted. They're 3 good corners. You get the opportunity to do. Like we got one that's played at Bama. He should be able to step it up. And then you got one that's at Houston. He's played safety and he's played corner and out. He played inside and outside corner, but he's probably a better slot than anything. Mm-hmm. He has great instincts. I think they all got great instincts.
I just want to see what a healthy Rocky Sin can do as well. I mean, he's 6'2". This dude's a former 2nd-round pick. He did pretty well when he was with the Colts. And then the Raiders relied on him heavily, even though his knees were jacked up.
Yeah.
dude, I think he still started 9 games last year, even with the in and out with the injuries,
Mhm.
the ailments there. That was Rocky Sin,
Yeah. All right.
and I just felt like the Ravens picked him up for a reason over Anthony Averett. I feel like Averett was the year that he was asked to step up. He stepped up big, and I thought for sure that was enough for the Ravens to be able to want to bring him back. But instead of bringing him back, they saw something in Rock and brought him in. So that tells me something that they think higher of Rock Sin than they do AA.
But that you talking about, you can't compare 2 years ago. He did it in a different system. This is a total different system than what he played with Wing. I mean, it's the same as far as like the meat of the system is pretty much the same, but as far as like the coverages, he's a good press corner. He's not his thing is not playing zone. I mean, we love the press. We love being able to do that, but I don't think he's ever really been good at playing zone. Like that wasn't his thing. That's I could see him going to the Giants. I don't see him coming here. He has his best success on the wing,
Yeah.
being able to do that. So
Like I said, just somewhere in New York, because okay, we got the Giants, of course we got Wink there, and then of course the Jets, who just love Ravens and Packers. So
yeah, it's possible. It's real possible. I just I don't know.
let's pay some bills here. So Lisa says someone on the defense needs to work with Trenton Simpson and other baby Ravens.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to take a look at the linebackers coach there because I know Rob Ryan been gone, so don't think that's him. And then Delicious says hopefully JAD steps up. Lynn McGrath says a healthy Rocky Sin gets you 2 picks in 4 years. Ooh, bruh. How you really feel? I mean, gee.
Don't like Rock.
We get Rock on the phone. Like, hey, man, yo, Big Red, like, obviously he got an issue with you, bro. I don't know what you did to, like, you kicked his trash cans over as a kid or something. I don't know. But,
Inside, man. Maybe he's better on the inside instead of the outside. I don't know. I know he's a physical corner. I see that a lot, even when he tackles. He's a physical corner. But,
now, of course, picks ain't everything. You got them pass defenses. That's something that's pretty highly valued as well. And I think, right, not Rock, but Caillou had 23 pass defenses, and I think that was 2 years. It was 23 pass defenses in those 2 years, whatever. So, but he only had like 3 total picks in college.
this is the thing too, though, Reg. You got to remember, he was in what's from the Gus Farrar system. So he was in. All right, so I don't know too much about Robertson, but all I know is this: they say he's good on man to man. That like the PFF rate. You playing for I can't think for the defensive coordinator at Indianapolis, and then you playing for the Raiders who had no defense at all. They still trying to develop their defense into that New England defense, that amoeba type style. So I don't know if you got the time to develop. Are you being developed the proper way, or maybe you need to get something together? You know what I'm saying? Like everything, it's just like style of being fights. Every position, like it's not going. If you're in a certain team and they don't value the development of the corner, or they're not doing what they need to do, you may not have it there. Maybe they feel like they can unlock something here for them. It's just like us. We can develop receivers for nothing, but once they leave here, they start catching touchdowns everywhere. So hopefully now with Keith and the new wide receiver coach, we can actually develop receivers like we need to, and then with Monken coming in. So I'm gonna give them that pass. They obviously, it's some void years, so they looking to sign them long term. We're gonna see though. We'll see if it happens. I don't know.
I think my wife just she's like, is he live? Let me see what type of noise I can make. I'm gonna ring a bell. She is legit ringing a bell right now to get the dogs in. It's hilarious. All right, what's happening, Chris? He says, I'm about to go shoot 37 free throws. Okay. Well, congratulations. Good luck on this journey to shoot these 37 free throws.
I'm talking basketball. Let's get this football right now.
Yes, indeed. I'm like, all right, good luck. All right, so of course,
Reg pulling out the stats on him. I'm just hoping he developed it. Yeah, I don't. He didn't really get started, buddy. He got okay money. I mean, it's what? What's it? Is 4 years?
I think he got 6 years. I mean, excuse me, one. He got 6 years for 1 mil, right?
4 million up to 6 million.
Yeah, he got up to 6. So 1 year, 6 mil, up to 6 mil.
That ain't no
It's not a like, hey, I trust you to be that guy type of, but it's like, okay, this was the Raiders starter last year. They trusted enough in him to make him start last year.
Brandon Carr though, he didn't get no real money. They gave him
Brandon Carter. Oh Lord.
They're trying to see if they can sign him for another year, man. He's a so hopefully these corners develop into something. He might be just
maybe that's just kind of like a top priority for next year. They realize, all right, this is what we really need to go after next year. Let's not commit to anything serious right now. If one of these guys, rise up to the top, we benefit. But if they don't, we go into the draft next year looking for a corner first thing.
How much did we sign Kyle Fuller for last year?
I don't know. I gotta go look at that.
Because I think they gave Kyle Fuller a lot more. And they gave.
I can't follow. Kyle Fuller did get a lot more.
Yeah, exactly. So that just tell you right now, Kyle Fuller was going to be the third corner. He was definitely going to be at least the third corner with Peters. So hopefully, I think they're hoping that they can. Reg killing him.
So you should have got 1 year, 600,000, bro.
He doesn't sign with his hometown team.
That's like not even veteran minimum nowadays. Like,
if hopefully, if we can sign.
So no, Kyle actually got a 1 year, $250 million deal.
What?
Yeah, it's gonna be 1 year, $2.5 million deal. I don't know what's up. Something in the Mountain Dew. Yeah, it was a $1.1 million deal with a 1.38 signing bonus, and so he had a $2.5 million cap hit.
Really? You got him for that cheap?
Yeah, I got him for the logo. So of course, if we getting Rocky Sanford was the 6, right?
He the third corner. He the first, right? He the second corner right now, but he the third corner. They got to get somebody else. If they don't, I think they think they're gonna get back MP, hopefully. But if he signed with the Raiders, and
Rock signed a 4 year. No, that was with the Colts. Let me pull that back up.
He signed a 1 year deal.
Yeah, he signed 1 year. That's what I thought. He signed a 1 year deal.
Up to 16. I think it was just 4.
Actually, no, he got a 1 year. That's weird. It's showing a 1 year so he's got a $2.4 million cap hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they threw a whole bunch of, what is with them in void years? They put four void years.
This is your try year. This is the trial. If we do put the void years on you, and they didn't even have to put the void years on him when they signed him because they had already signed them all.
Yeah, they put 4 void years on his contract, $400,000 every year to bump it up. So
it's not a big hit.
Yeah, it's a $4 million contract. 1 year, $4 million.
So basically, if they can re-sign him for 2 years, then they don't have to worry about the 4 years, or give him another year, whatever.
I agree with Brooke. So I think the whole visit with the Raiders right now is just simply to leverage the Ravens to give him just a little bit more money.
We're probably gonna see what they offer him too.
Right? Yeah, I think like he likes Baltimore, and I think he'll give Baltimore a chance to match whatever the Raiders are asking. And so we're looking at this guy coming back at about $7 million. That's just me. I mean, I got Lamar's number right. I think I can get this number right.
As long as he come back, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want him to come back, if he don't come back, then the young boys got to step up. That's all to it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and at the same time, I mean, is he still gonna have that same speed?
You don't know. I mean, but this the same thing. The same thing that happened to Darrell Reeves. Reeves towards ACL. He wasn't really himself the following year in Tampa Bay. By the time he got back to the Jets, he was all pro again for the next
Yeah.
two and a half.
I feel like people was vacationing on Reeves Island when he got to them Jets.
It was vacation.
They was full on vacation.
I didn't see that. I'm sorry. I'm up here. I didn't see that at all. It
You
wasn't.
remember Marquise Goodwin?
Huh?
Marquise Goodwin? Tyrod Taylor?
All right.
Bills versus Jets in their colorblind game.
That's a busted one play. This joker holding on to one play.
Oh man.
Let's get the slaps out for him, please.
I'm telling you, man. Like, look, these players are great when they get older. The mind is there. The mind is definitely there, but that's the body. It tends to go. We've seen it with Peyton Manning.
Talk about
we've seen it with other players to where we're just like, man, they have a really sharp mind.
They were blowing Buffalo out. You talk about one play, Goodwin, Tyrod Taylor hit Goodwin on a deep nine. That one time, they blew them out though. The Jets blew the Buffalo Bills out, bro. What are you talking about?
That wasn't no blowout. That was the night that Rex got. Actually, that was the night that Greg Roman got fired, and they put up 37 points.
Greg Roman got fired. Rex Ryan was the head coach.
They put up 37 points off it. Like, oh man, y'all, I'm getting slapped over here. Come on, man.
Then they put the 36 up against the Jets. The Jets blew them out. What are you talking about?
No, they lost on the night that they put up 37 points of offense, and they used Greg Roman as the scapegoat.
Who put up 37 points?
I'm telling you, we gotta go look this up, man.
37 points on
the night I'm gonna put up here, like the night that Greg Roman got fired from the Jets, or from the Bills. They put up major points, and they used him as the scapegoat.
They used him as a scapegoat because the Buffalo Bills were losing that season. They had a losing season, boss. He fired him.
Nah, they ain't had no excuse, bro. Here it is. Following the Buffalo Bills' 37-31 loss. So they put up 31 points of offense on the New York Jets on a Thursday night. The team's front office decided that offense coordinator Greg Roman had to be dismissed. That was the night they put that up.
The game was over. Do you understand?
No, let's go with the box. Now I got to go to the box score on you too.
The game was over, bros. Nobody was watching that game. Nobody wanted to see the Jets or them. Nobody.
It was a game. It's just they lost because of the defense, and the offense coordinator got fired.
Buffalo, he was gonna get fired anyway. They
were using him as a scapegoat.
Bro, what was their record that year? I don't even care. I don't know. Why are we talking about Greg Roman? Can you tell this man to stop talking about Roman?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just like when you look at this loss. I'm going to box score right now.
So he brought up one play. He said Reeves got burned.
That box score. Here we go.
Please talk to your mans. I'm out. Talk to your mans. We seeing right now. Talk to you. Man.
So let's go.
I'm talking to you like this.
Recap.
Come get your mans, Reg.
Going to the recap. So the Jets actually snapped up 5 games. Yeah, I'm trying to go with quarter by quarter. It's not letting me pull it up.
Come on, Reg. Talk to your mans. So let's get your mans over here.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna do the rest of the show like this.
He just gonna go to sleep on me, man.
I'm just gonna do the rest of the show.
Oh my god!
What is this man doing?
I'm telling you. Okay, so here it is.
It won't stop.
The game was fairly close in the fourth quarter. You're looking at first quarter, it was 6-7, and that was the Jets. Then the Jets put up 14 points.
How we get here?
In the second quarter.
How we get?
And they put up. The Bills put up 3 that third quarter. Then the Bills scored 2 touchdowns in the third quarter to the Jets 1.
Okay.
And then the Jets put up 10 in the fourth. So it was a close game. It was like I said, it was one of those games where it was like, hey,
yeah, it looked like Christmas out there because they had all red and all green.
Yeah, it was the colorblind game. The colorblind game, man.
Listen, Couch, how we get here, yo? Because Godwin got one good play on Darrell Reeves, and he said Darrell was washed. Darrell was an All-Pro that year, bro. Those first 2 years he got back to the Jets, he was All-Pro.
You sure? Because it looks like they did all right. They did pretty well. I mean, I'm looking at 112 yards and a TD. So that was those two. That was two catches, whatever. Greg Salas. Greg Salas got 4 catches on him.
Greg Salas got 4 catches on who?
I'm looking now. He's got 4 catches total. I ain't saying you got 4
Oh,
catches.
so what are you doing?
Yeah, I just put it, but Charles Clay, of course, he was doing this thing.
How old are you for right now?
Look, bruh. All I'm saying is that Revis was not the same guy once he got paid the money with the Jets.
After his second time getting paid by the Jets?
Yeah, I'm saying he was like he got his championship, and then it was after that was like, hey, I'm gonna go get paid, and then it was like he kind of went down here in production there.
No, he went because he said he was old. By that time, he was old. That was the end of his career. After Tampa Bay, he went to New England. They won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and then he went to the Jets, and that production was not. He did not look the same as he looked when he was on the team.
2 years. How was he not good?
I'm telling you. Let me see this. Guy, he went to the Pro Bowl. Everybody would go to the Pro Bowl still on their name. It was a lot of garbage players still going to the Pro Bowl based on name.
Pro Bowl back then wasn't like it is now.
It's still like that. It was like that back then too. It was a popularity contest because a lot of players that was like playing their hearts out, and they did not necessarily go.
Pro Bowl now is all votes from us. Pro Bowl back then wasn't the same.
There was a formula that went into it. The fans had a percentage, and then the players had a percentage too. And I think it's still something similar like that. It's just there's more. Like now, you can actually put more votes out there on Twitter. That's what's annoying. Okay, so that formula did change up. You can actually vote more than once and vote a whole bunch of times on Twitter and stuff.
Somebody come get your man. Brooke, come get your man.
Anyway, moving on. We are going back to the Ravens. All right, so we were talking about our defensive backs. And we finished off basically we don't have a starter that is going to be started on the right side, or excuse me, starting on the other side opposite of Humphrey. It's going to be a competition. My money is on Caillou Blue. Nobody really believes in Rock Ya-Sin apparently in the show, especially our fans here do not believe in Rock Ya-Sin. Some people think he should be paid $600,000 a year.
Money on Caillou Blue, a 5th rounder. Your money on Caillou Blue.
Yeah, my money is on Caillou Blue. All right, moving on to the middle linebacker. So I think we have an exceptional middle linebacker core right now. We got an exceptional middle linebacker core, right? And I know that Queen. We're not getting into it. We're not gonna say the word tonight. But we have an exceptional middle linebacker core because of the fact we got Zero sitting right in the middle. We have we got Simpson, who we just drafted. I think he kind of reminds me a lot of Fred Warner with his ability to just do a lot of things in open space, be able to shadow wide receivers, being able to tackle. I think Queen and him, they have some qualities that are similar as far as the speed wise. I just think Queen in open space is a little bit more lost out there when it comes to trying to tackle. But Queen did play a little bit more lights out when it comes to sitting next to Smith. So I think that's why he was just a little upset as to why they picked up this third guy. But I think this really bolsters that middle linebacking core. But we've always had questions in the past when it came to Malik sitting back there, who definitely couldn't do any type of coverage. He was great against the run, but he just could not cover tight ends or anything like that. It was a little bit of a vulnerability. Now we have more of a strength here as long as they keep Queen and they keep Simpson. What do you think? This dude. Can't on the temper tantrum right now. So.
All right, no, we can see.
All right, thoughts on the middle linebacker?
Bring nobody else up. You better not bring no soft joker up. You better not bring no Marquise Goodwin, no half a player. Don't bring nobody up. Listen here.
Bring them all. Let me go. Look, I'm gonna dedicate an entire show for how many times hit a burner tore up Darrell Reeves that season.
I'll call you Rudy. All right, no, listen. I don't think Trent Simpson. Even Eric DeCosta said that Trent is not there to. He was never drafted. Well, we drafted because he was the best player on the board. That's one. But if you think that Trent, if people keep saying, he said, I keep seeing everything talking about everybody saying stuff about Trent is there to take Patrick Queen's place. He was not drafted to take Patrick Queen's place. And then we talked about it. It's because of. Economically, they couldn't pick up the 5th-year option. That's $12.5 million. We didn't have Lamar signed. We didn't have enough money into the cap, so they couldn't pick up the 5th-year option yet.
Yeah, I think that's just when it comes to those 5th-year options, that's guaranteed money right there at the front door. There's no negotiations for it. I think yes, you can sit here and sign Queen to a solid deal. Let's say he comes out and balls completely out, and we want to keep this guy sitting right next.
Not lying.
Huh?
Hey, I'm listening to Brooks saying EDC is lying. He's not lying.
I don't think he's lying. I think that he's
Nah,
going to try. He may try to sell him during the regular season.
Look,
But right now, I think he's just going to keep. He's going to stick with what he got. He could not. I think he tried to trade him, and it just didn't work out.
I think he told him, like I said before, I think he told him we can't pick up your fifth year option. Doesn't mean that that we're gonna try to work out a deal. But I think once he scrubbed everything, what's up, Engrave? once he scrubbed everything, I think that was it. Like he got a little moist. We ain't gonna go there.
There you go with this daggone word again. I knew it was coming. All right.
Look, you're a grown man. You play for a team. You know it's a business. You scrub your account with all the players. I mean, all everything that's there. It's a little too soft for me. But we're not gonna go into there.
All right. Anyway, so Engravings thinks it was just a motivational talk for Queen. I think this is definitely like a hey, bro, go get your money type of year. Have a ball out, have a wonderful year, and then we'll see what happens. And
Okay,
I think
I,
the Ravens.
I see what y'all saying. Okay, it can be, but my whole thing is if he's I'm just going by what the man said. Brooke think he's lying. I don't think he's lying. He said that they want to work out a deal with him a long term, which would be great. It would be great. Do I think it's going to be as long as Roquan's deal? No, probably what Roquan's like 4-year deal, 5-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is a 3-year deal or 2. You know what I mean? Maybe whatever it may be, and then they can come back to the table because he probably should have got the Pro Bowl last year, but he doesn't have anything under his, any accolades under his belt. That's one. And Trenton Simpson is more like a joker, man. He can play safety. I think he's more there for the Chuck Clark role, or playing with how Kyle Hamilton played because he can cover tight ends, and he can play the edge and play the Sam linebacker. He's that versatile. He's just like Isaiah Simmons. He's just a little bit shorter.
Yeah, and I did see a comparison here to Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah.
I think when Rex Ryan was running this defense, he would have loved a guy like this. He'd have been like, okay, I can use this guy all over the place.
Right, but I think that unless somebody comes screaming for PQ, which I don't think is going to happen, yeah. I think that
I think before week 9, if he continues to play lights out like he was playing last year, once Smith joined the team, then yes, we might have some flyers coming for PQ.
Yeah, but hopefully by that time, they do lock up a deal. Unless EDC is lying, which he could be, but I don't think he's lying because he said it. He was like, for those that thought that came out, he was talking about all the media and whatever, said that PQ's job is up. He said, I wasn't looking for the draft Trent Simpson to replace PQ. They have an idea what they want to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
And being the fact that he is that versatile. Remember, see, this is the thing, and I keep saying this. He played linebacker in high school. He came into his freshman year, he played safety for Clemson.
I don't think you saw that, did you? Did you see the Ravens drawing?
No, I didn't see it.
So they asked Trenton Simpson to draw a Baltimore Raven, and this dude, he drew the most ridiculous picture. I think I can replicate it. It was like,
the man can't draw. Leave the man alone.
This man got roasted because he did something like this here. And basically, this was Trenton Simpson's drawing of the Ravens.
That's horrible.
Oh my gosh.
Man alone.
Don't get me wrong. When they asked Lamar to do it, was a little rough too. It was a little rough.
Yeah.
Zay actually, I don't know. Zay was it was all right. It was all right.
Some people got some skills. Bad. Horrible. But yeah, I think that Trent Simpson, he could probably grow into that role, but I don't think that's what they have him in for. Even his last year, his last year they had him play Mike linebacker because they needed him to. But he was the weak side, and he also played Sam, then he played safety. Like he was all over the field. They had him on the edge. He's good. So I think he's more, like I said, I think he's more there to clean up for what Chuck Clark can't do where he's going. So you got Trenton there to play to on certain packages, of course. I can see him rolling in there and covering the tight end, or they blitzing him off the edge. And that way you can have Kyle Hamilton and you can have Williams back there roaming, because they both can roam. Kyle Hamilton is a monster in the back end. I'm just waiting for it to happen. It just hasn't happened yet. He hasn't had
Honestly,
opportunity.
I think they scared to throw that direction. I think they know what's going to happen.
Good.
They see what happened to
Good.
Brady.
They don't throw it to him. They're gonna have to pick and choose, baby. You got two ball hawks in the back.
Yeah.
It's coming out. Kyle, you can see it coming out. With
Yeah,
Kyle.
it just leads us straight into the secondary. I mean, right now, if we had the nickel and we had that outside corner, like if we had like decent replacements there,
Mm.
the rest of the secondary would be beasts. It'd be full on. Probably it'd be the baddest daggone defense in the league right now.
You don't see that front seven there. I need Matabike to really unlock. He has not. Justin Matabike he's done it, but he hasn't really done it. Like sack wise, it hasn't happened.
Like I said, I just think it's unselfish play that's going on, and that's why these numbers ain't like cranking up like crazy. Because that's just the Ravens' way. I think that's that. If we talking about players that don't want to come to the Ravens, I'm thinking top pass rushes because of the fact that they know we play unselfish ball around here.
That's true.
All right, so let's move into the matchups because we already talked about holes we need to fill. We know we need to fill at nickel. We know we need our outside linebackers to step up to see what they really are. We want to know, like, what's your identity? Yes, always said, hey, I'm gonna have the most strong legs in the league last year because he had a shoulder injury. So we were thinking, okay, he's coming back from that, and we're thinking, all right, what we got Ojabo? What do we got in him? Are we gonna get Houston back? Did Houston sign with anybody, or is he good with us still? Or is he still gonna possibly gonna sign with us?
He's still a free agent.
All right, so he's still out there. So that's an option. Then of course, when it comes to left guard, like who's going to start at left guard? We know about those are the the real questions that we have. But let's move into matchups. So who are we looking forward to seeing as far as matchups? I'll let you go first.
Well, I'm selfishly I'm looking to see the Cardinals and the Chargers since they want to run at the mouth. I like people that like to run at the mouth. I like to shut them up. So,
Yes, that was on my list as well. Lamar versus Herbert.
Yeah, those two I definitely want to see since they want.
It's like on everybody's top 10 list for the last 2 years, they have put Herbert above Lamar.
I don't understand that at all.
And I think while this guy has the yardage, he does have the yardage.
It's a passing offense. He gonna have the yards.
Yeah, it's a major passing offense. But as far as electric highlight reel and all, and even somebody who can come back in games, because Herbert just doesn't seem to be able to come back like Lamar can come back, but Herbert did have a trash defense who just never puts him in good position. So he was definitely having more comeback attempts than Lamar. The Ravens, of course, were always ahead. Like when we're up, when this team is healthy, when everything's going great, they're having more up than down games. We're not usually playing from behind. So I would like to see Lamar versus Herbert because of the fact that, well, one, the Chargers picked Johnson, and I'd like to see like who's the better wide receiver, Johnson or Zay. I want to see Zay tear it loose. And then two, I want to see Lamar actually just outshine Herbert in this new offense. I want to see just like how Brady and Joe were playing, and most of the time when Joe and Brady played, Joe actually outdid Brady. As far as stat wise, whatever like that. Now, who won the game? It's a different story. But when it comes to those stat wise, Joe actually looked better than Brady multiple times. I want to see Lamar look better than Herbert. Well, what's the next one you got?
The Cardinals, since they want to run their mouth too.
Okay.
They called Lamar running back. Why would you do that?
Disrespectful.
So anyway, they put up everybody that they played that year. They put up a song next to them. They put the face of the franchise in the song, and they put up a song by Wale featuring Wayne running back.
Oh wow, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, so we'll see what it is. But other than that, I would like outside of our division, of course. I would like to see. I think the San Francisco, Baltimore, they always, even regardless, whoever
There's so much animosity in this room.
what happened.
So there's so much animosity in this room when it comes to Joe. Come to Pro, like you mentioned the name Prochet, Roman, Joe Flacco. The smoke is coming. It is coming up in here.
But I would like to see Miami. I think. Are we playing them at home? I think we're playing them at home, right?
I don't know. I can check schedule.
I want to see that get back. Time to get them back.
Yes, I do want to see all the games that we sit there and lost. I want to see those. I want to see the revenge games, man.
Yeah. Oh, did we play them at home? Let me check here.
So the
Well, right now it's a 1 p.m. game. Let's see.
what I want to see is honestly twice a year, of course, we get this, but I want to see the daggone Bengals get this from the Ravens because every single time we line up to play these dumb Bengals, guess who's on Twitter talking trash? Win or lose, he's still talking. Jermaine Pratt. He constantly talking. You call Lamar a running back, he'll say what Lamar is going to do or what he can't do, or we going to like. He's got something to say about Lamar. And I mean, I remember he got stiff armed by Dobbins for that beast touchdown or like that, and he stopped talking. Then all of a sudden he come back the next year and saying what Lamar is or what Lamar isn't. I'd just like to see Lamar juke this dude out of his shoes.
Pratt's still there.
Huh? Yeah, Pratt's still there.
He's still there.
Yeah, he's one of the key pieces they got left. We were arguing about this on Twitter the other day about of course, Lamar juking the entire team, and they were talking about, oh, well, only, one of the only was it. He said all those players are gone or like that, so it's not like it's the same or whatever. Or he said that it don't matter because all those guys are gone. I'm like, first of all, only one of those players was bump sauce. Like 4 of them was top players in the league. Because I mean, one of them was one of the top safeties. That was Bates. Then you had Jermaine Pratt, who's still he's a decent linebacker. Yeah. And then the other guys were actually declared starters who had over 13 games of experience. I mean, the guy had no excuse. He had no excuse for Lamar tearing him a whole new one.
Well, this is my bold prediction, man. Wilbur, if he was in here, be happy. I got a feeling that we're gonna be the first division to have all 4 teams making it into the playoffs. I got that feeling this year. We probably got the toughest division. I mean,
it's tough.
We always had a tough division, but I think this year, everybody is on is really good. I don't want to say on the incline. I think everybody is really good. I think that quietly Cleveland has made moves, and it's been very quiet. But it's usually like the winner of the offseason.
Yeah, I think Zadarius is definitely a beast move. That was a great move by Cleveland.
I think that was. I think them getting the receiver from the Jets was a good move.
Yeah, Eli Moore.
Yep. I think they, if I'm not mistaken, who did they pick up? I think they picked up somebody else on the offense, or maybe on the defense. But they made some quiet moves, but they made decent, solid moves. And those two more in getting Z over there. I'm sure Z didn't want to go there, but he didn't want to be in Minnesota anymore. I don't know what that was all about, but now you really got 2 bookends.
I mean, I guess if I could get my money in Minnesota and then tell them I won't be cold no more, you got to trade me somewhere else.
Well, it's gonna be cold in Cleveland.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold.
It wasn't
I know he can go there for the macaroni fries and that. Like,
they had some type of disagreement where it's like he just didn't want to be there. So it was all right. We want you out of here. So
it's probably that food truck. That's why Randy Moss left. He got cut because he dissed the daggone food truck.
He did something because trading somebody that good. That was another. He was a Pro Bowl at Minnesota too. You trade somebody that good for 2 5th-round draft picks.
Yeah, I think they like being mediocre, man. They like being mediocre.
So I mean that was a steal. You got in for a steal. I'm like, damn, you want to trade? And they probably purposely sent them to Cleveland because they were trying to be evil or spiteful about it. That's how I feel. Like when the team doesn't try to send you to a bad team on purpose, because you should get nothing for them. You got a 5th rounder and something. I think 2 5th-rounders for them.
Yeah.
You
All right.
get
So moving on to the next matchup.
we'll get more than that. Well,
Next matchup, Dobbins versus the Texans, week 1. The reason I want to see this matchup is because I know we've been talking about wide receivers all offseason. I know that the Ravens been trying to talk about wide receivers all offseason because that's all the reporters have been talking about between Lamar and wide receivers. And Dobbins been sitting here just quiet. He been quiet. He been waiting for this opportunity. And I think week 1, he gonna have a surprise for us against the Texans. I think he gonna go all the way off against the Texans because I think he's like, look, y'all forgot about me. Y'all forgot that I am that dude. When y'all have the run game surrounded around me, when you have this offense surrounded around me as a runner, he's dangerous. So I'm looking forward to seeing him week 1. The next one was Zay versus this is the battle of the rookies. Zay versus Joey Porter Jr. And that's because like I just want to see Zay get loose. Like I said, this dude has got so much twitch just zipping all over the field. Hopefully he don't tear no hamstring because it looks like he is going at it pretty hardcore. That's kind of when you doing all that stretching and all of the flexing of the hamstring and not giving it the proper rest. That's when the injuries come into play. And I know he's going hardcore thinking I'm going to be the best player I can be. But that's when these injuries start to happen.
Put that out
there.
Put that out there.
All right, I'm just saying. These are things that happen to players that put it out there a little too hard.
You just say nothing.
I'm just saying. All right, look. We've seen it happen in the past. We've seen it happen to Tyreek. We've seen it happen to Devontae. We've seen it.
Don't talk about it.
All right, we won't. All right. We're going to toss that out there. All right, right.
Oh, this happened in the past. Well, that's the past. We're going to be in the future. We're in the future right now. Don't put no negativity.
All right, so let's see. Brooks says, I don't think Dobbins going to like playing for Monken.
Why? Why is that?
Well, I mean, Brooke, you got to look at what he did with the Cleveland Browns. I mean, with Chubb,
Chubb had over 1,000 yards. Why ain't you like him, bro?
I think she's thinking that he's going to be focused on more of the pass and constants. I think it's going to be balanced.
Yeah, he's just good at, even if it was a spread, he's still.
Let's see.
Wow.
All right, and the number one matchup I want to see, and this one is probably not on Pickens, but it is on some dude who's playing like he is George Pickens on Twitter. And so this dude been talking mad trash, been jumping in Marlo's inbox every second of every day, ain't got nothing better to do but troll people all over Twitter like that. And he put his name as Pickensburg. And like initially I thought it was George Pickens, but it's not George Pickens. I had to go look deeper into the account. But Marlo versus George Pickens. I want to see that matchup because basically Pickens had a decent game. He had 73 yards and I think in a TD against Marlo.
Yeah, the TD was against Kyle Hamilton. Wasn't against
Hamilton. Okay.
So
it's just like I want to see this matchup go down. I want to see Marlo like full on shut this cat down or strip him or something along those lines to show dominance that, hey, Baltimore is better than Pittsburgh all around. Just saying. So I can just shove it in that guy's face on Twitter. Anyway, those are my matchups I'm looking forward to seeing. I think I didn't miss any. I got Lamar versus Herbert, number 5. Dobbins versus Texans week 1. So we're number 4. Lamar versus Jermaine Pratt for the Bengals. And then Zay versus Joey Porter, battle of the rookies. And then Marlo versus Pickens. Can't wait to see these matchups. As long as we have another solid corner, or at least one of these guys step up to the occasion there, defense is going to be straight. It's going to be straight, bro.
They got 3 good receivers at Pittsburgh now.
Yep. They got Robinson. If people actually target this guy, the guy is dangerous. We saw that in Chicago. We saw it in Jacksonville. Los Angeles, I don't know what Stafford's problem is, but he just did not see this guy on the field. All he saw was Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
And so I don't think the guy fell off. I don't think Allen Robinson fell off. I still feel like he is a threat to be watched. I think Deontay Johnson is like another one of those guys who's got a lot of twitch, who's just, he's a shifty receiver who, like, they just figured out another way to make it another Emmanuel Sanders, to make another Antonio Brown, a twitchy type of guy who's going to be a problem for defenses. And then, of course, George Pickens, who likes to climb that ladder, makes one-handed catches, Dude is a phenomenal wide receiver. I mean, Baltimore had nothing but good things to say when they did draft analysis on this guy. I think his second year, he's going to be regarded as one of the top wide receivers in the league. Hopefully, when it comes to Baltimore, that's not the case.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to. I am a little worried about. I need to see how we're going to stop the run without any more Calais Campbell. I need to see it because we had a problem against Pittsburgh that game.
I just want to see Matt B step up. That's all I want to see.
I need
him in Washington
all the way up because I'm just saying that game. If you look at that game, that Sunday night game, they ran the ball like it was nobody's business.
Yeah,
that was more of a problem than Pickens getting the opportunity to throw the ball. Like I think that played into it. If you can run the ball, that sets up everything.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to move the ball on us, and I have a problem with that. So I know it's Pittsburgh, but we got to be able to stop the run, bro.
I feel you. All right, well, Brooke, she hit the timer probably like
yeah, she already
she hit that timer. Well, she was on time. She, 10 minutes ago she hit that timer. So we appreciate y'all coming through. Hey, it's been a fun night and had some good topics. I think if y'all want to see a different topic or something like that, please hit me up on Twitter or hit me up on Facebook. Y'all can hit up Kam Ru on his channel. Whatever y'all want to see, let us know. We'll try to make it happen. If y'all want to hop on the show with us, well, like that some nights, hit us up. We've had Jose on the show. We've had Brooke on the show. We've had Engraven on the show. We've had Jose from Lunch Break Hot Take on the show. I mean, people come through. We've even had Justin come on the show. So, look, y'all want on? We can chat it up. I don't care.
Chop it up. Yep.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Hopefully we're here Wednesday, because if not, I'm going to start celebrating my birthday early.
Your birthday's on Thursday?
On Friday. My birthday's on Friday.
Okay. We got to do something for Kam Ru, y'all. We got to do something for Kam Ru. We'll have a Wednesday show for sure.
Yes, sir.
Because I know I'll be at a birthday party on Friday as well for my future daughter-in-law, I guess. Yeah, my 10-year-old basically, it's weird. They are betrothed or something like, I don't know. But yes, that's kind of where I'll be at on Friday. But you guys, I appreciate y'all always coming through. You're always loyal. You're sticking around. And there's no fans better than you guys. Like, it's just a small crew, but it's our crew. And that's what makes it special for us having those jokes and just having a good time. So anyway, thanks for tuning in to the home of Original Sports Perspective. From our couch to yours, this is your Couch Rider Raven. And then this is Kam Ru doing this thing. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Y'all take care. Y'all have a wonderful evening. And like I said, I'm falling off the couch for y'all every time because y'all do such a great job being good fans. Y'all take care. Peace out.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though. Of course, I can't just end the show and say good night, y'all, without realizing there was a birthday. Happy birthday, Brooke. Y'all take care.